You guys, I think this is it. I think this is finally the video that's gonna go viral for me. Are you ready? You know what it's about? I'm sure you read it in the title already. It's about the year-old AirPod Pros and the new Apple Watch Series 6. I know that there's already like a million videos out there unboxing them and everybody giving their 2 cents. So I figured why not throw mine out there as well. So I know these have been out for just about a year. They came out, I think it was October 30th of last year. And this one just came out maybe like 2 weeks ago. So I'm not gonna be unboxing them. As you can see, they are already unboxed. I just wanted to let you guys know what I think about them so far. So stick around. We're gonna start off with the Apple Watch and then we will move on to the AirPod Pro. So I guess the first thing that I'll say about the Apple Watches is I went from the Series 3 and then I upgraded to the Series 5 here when it came out last year. So I went from the 5 and then I got the 6. I ordered it as soon as the Apple event ended and it went live. The first thing I will say about the new Apple products is that I freaking love these new bands. I got this silver with cellular, 40mm with the braided solo loop. And honestly, I freaking love it. This is definitely, I want to say that this is the most comfortable watch band. I did also buy the silicone solo loop, which is also really comfortable. Both of these are more comfortable than, which is my previously favorite Apple Watch bands were the sport loop ones, which I still do really love these. But these new ones I will say are really comfortable. Since I did buy this in the kit, I didn't really process the fact that it was so expensive just for the braided solo loop band. I almost ordered another one and then I was like, oh, okay, it's twice as much as the normal bands, which are $50. So do the math, that's $100. I would love to get in more colors, but I kind of try to stick with a like one new Apple Watch band a year. But yeah, so the braided solo loop is absolutely comfortable, easy to get on and off. I feel like it should hold its shape pretty well. I was kind of worried about that, especially with the silicone one, because you kind of really do have to stretch it a lot harder to get it on. For anybody who has ordered these bands online yet, I am sure that you've come across the issue of the sizing is not really that accurate. Apple tries to give you a little paper cutout that you can do to measure your wrist. And I think when I initially measured it, I tried to be very thorough. I was a 6. So that's what I ordered. Opened it up, I could spin it around my wrist. So I looked online and I see how back ordered these are gonna get. Like to get this in a size 5, I wasn't supposed to get it until November. So I decided, you know what, let me just go to the Apple store to return it. They measured me and the guy actually was like, oh, you should probably get a size 4. And it's definitely much more comfortable. Like it won't spin. I have worked out with both of these bands now and this one is definitely awesome to work out in. You don't have that like moisture that can build up in it because this is so much more snug. It doesn't breathe as much, but they both definitely stay in place way better than even the sport loop because it has that elastic in it. So let's move on. Honestly, if you have the Series 5 Apple Watch, I don't really think that it's worth upgrading. I was really unimpressed by the announcement. We all knew that the Blood Ox was coming. Sleep tracking through at least Apple is really unimpressive because I have used it for, almost 2 weeks now. There are nights where I know I have not slept well at all. I think that the Apple Watch really only tracks your movement when you're sleeping because the Apple Watch told me that my goal was 8 hours. So I was in bed for 8 hours and then I slept for like 7.5 and I'm like, there is no way that's not accurate at all. So again, sleep tracking, not that great. You can do that with the 5. Blood Ox, you have to have the 6 for. Honestly, until they get the battery life better, I don't think they're gonna pull back any of the people that they've lost. So like Garmin, I know my brother switched over to Garmin. He's like, yeah, I only have to charge it like once every 2 weeks. And I'm just like, that's insane. Can't even imagine what that must be like. So somebody who has a desk job, my move goal is 530 calories. So it's kind of annoying to spend the first 2 hours of my morning charging it back up since I wore it all night, which is when I would normally charge it. So that's kind of a put off. I don't think that I'm going to use it for sleep tracking anymore, at least for a little while. I will say that the 6 definitely does charge faster than the 5. I didn't time it to like see how much faster, but it goes pretty quickly, but it's still, if your watch is almost dead by the time you wake up, you're looking at almost 2 hours of charging it. The battery life is about about the same as the 5. The altimeter in it is cool. I just used it for hiking this past weekend. Obviously, I'm assuming it's pretty accurate. I don't have anything else to check it by, but just for those few features to have the altimeter, the blood ox, I mean, that's basically it. Like, I would not have let's put it this way. I wouldn't have upgraded except for the fact that a couple months into having the 5, I regretted not having cellular. So on the 3, I had cellular, but then to save money when I got the 5, I didn't get the cellular because I didn't realize how many times I was not near my phone that my watch was actually using cellular before. I was definitely gonna upgrade when the 6 came out because I really wanted to get the cellular back. I don't even think that these have 5G, so in the next Apple Watch, I really would love, like, if they did nothing else besides 5G and a better battery life, I would for sure upgrade. If they do another upgrade from like the 5 to the 6 again, just like that, I kind of think that maybe I would just keep this for another year. I don't know how many more health metrics they're going to be squeezing into here. You know, it definitely does motivate you to be more fit. So I highly recommend to get an Apple Watch if you're looking to save money or trying to decide if you want to upgrade. I don't really think that the 6 is worth upgrading for. But yeah, I definitely recommend the Apple Watch bands. They're amazing. I wish I could get more colors in this. If you are looking at getting some of these new sports bands, I would recommend, if you can, trying to go to the Apple store and having them size it for you. Or if you do it with the paper one. I hope I'm not wrong in saying this, but I would probably recommend whatever you get with that paper to size it down 1. So for me, it was a 6. Maybe I would have been okay with the 5, but I like my watches really snug, so the 4 is definitely good. So I think that that's enough about the Apple Watch. Before we start talking about the AirPods, let's have a quick message from our unofficial sponsor of this video. Alright guys, so again, not an official sponsor for this video, but I wanted to take a minute to talk about Rakuten, formerly known as Ebates. If you're like me, you've probably heard about Ebates for years. People getting these checks sent to them just from buying things that they would already be spending money on, and it seemed too good to be true. But just at the beginning of this year, I finally signed up for it, and I already have built up $400 cash back. Obviously, that correlates to how much you're spending and the cash back deals you're getting, because that usually ranges from 1% all the way up to 10%, sometimes higher. So easy to use, and they're always trying to encourage you to refer people. So if you get a friend to sign up, both of you could get up to $30. They have plugins for most web browsers, and then they have the application on iPhone and Android. Personally, I think the web browser is a little bit easier to use because you can go to a website and it will notify you of cashback and coupons at the site without you even having to think about it. They have tons of retailers already, and they're constantly adding new ones. You can use it from anything from normal retail and products to hotels and travel. They literally have pretty much anything you could look for. And again, they're constantly adding new ones. So you can actually do it in store as well. They offer more cashback for online stores, but you can also use them when you're doing in-store shopping. I believe it's a quarterly payment that you will receive through PayPal or a check. PayPal is faster. It's very little extra effort on your part. So going into this holiday season, I didn't have it last holiday season, so I'm excited to see how it's going to change my shopping. And I hope that you guys, if you haven't checked it out, that you do, because honestly, it will make your holiday shopping that much easier and that much more rewarding, and getting a little bit of extra cash back into your pocket. Thank you, Rakuten, for being the unofficial sponsor for this video. Okay, let's get into what I am really excited to talk about. The AirPods Pro. I really wanted the AirPods for a long time. I wanted them since the first ones came out, and then I wanted them again for the second, and then when these came out a year ago, obviously I wanted that as well. I kind of put off getting it, I didn't feel like investing that much money on headphones that I wasn't even really sure if I was gonna like them. Definitely not an audiophile here. Like, literally, for headphones to be good to me, they need to be really, really comfortable, stay in well, not be too bassy, just sound clear. So bar's kind of low. So I got my first pair of wireless headphones, not true wireless, but just, you know, they had the loop that connected them. The first ones that I got were, again, when I got the Apple Watch Series 3, and they were the Jaybird Sport headphones, something like that. Those were the most expensive ones that I got. I think they were around $150, so I got those back, I think, in 2014. I really, really loved those. It was so nice not having like the wire going from your device to your ears, just the one behind your neck. I stayed on my ears pretty well. I did get some ear fatigue, but really loved them. I was so sad when, I think it was like maybe in 2018, so 4 years later, that I was running and I got caught in a downpour, and like as I'm getting back to my car after a couple miles of running in that, they started, like the sound started going out of the one. I tried putting them in rice, but I unfortunately couldn't save them. So, but they held up really well and I was very happy with them. I was gonna get them again, but that's, 2018. By then, the true wireless earbuds were starting to become more popular. So I, definitely obviously jumped on that bandwagon. And that's when I got I think they were like Jaybird Vistas or something. I got those, and those are the earbuds. I honestly had them for I think less than 6 months. I really wanted to love them because I loved the other Jaybird wireless ones. I think those were around $200, and I ended up just selling them because they hurt my ears. I have a lot of trouble finding earbuds that stay in really well, whether they're wired or wireless. My favorite headphones used to be the the Apple headphones that came with your cell phone. I always loved those, which is part of the reason why I really wanted to get AirPods, was because I figured that those would be true wireless headphones that would stay in really well for me. Those Jaybirds, like I said, I ended up selling them. It was definitely not worth the money. They sounded really nice. I got them for when I was training for a marathon, and I didn't even wear them during the marathon because they would just hurt my ears too much. I love the brand Anchor. I've gotten a pair of their wireless headphones. They have the loop that goes over it. Those stay on really well. Those are the ones that I've used for all of my running, for all of my marathons, for like $40-$50. They've held up really well. I think I've had them since at least 2018. I'm not sure. Very happy with them, but wire around my neck, like especially when you get sweaty, it just feels constricting kind of. Really like those, still have those, still use those, but I was looking for an upgrade. And then my last pair of true wireless Bluetooth headphones were again Anchor as well. I love their wireless ones, so I figured why not try their true wireless ones. And those did not stay in my ear at all. Like literally I could only wear them when I was just sitting doing nothing. They stuck out from my ear really far. None of the tips really made it any better. They didn't work out for me. So I've only had those I think since February of this year. They were really great headphones, great battery life, but just again, they would fall out. So to me, that's not worth it. So when I was getting the new Apple Watch, I finally said to heck with it. I can't believe I'm gonna spend $250 on headphones, but I did. And honestly, I really don't regret it. I know I should. Like literally, I don't tell my family, when I make all of my purchases, obviously. So when I make these videos about things that I've bought, I'm feeling a little bit of judgment, But honestly, I have waited so long to get these. Like even the Apple Watch, I wanted the first one that came out, but I couldn't afford it. So finally, I was able to get the Apple Watch 3 for Christmas, which was awesome. I maybe could have waited till Christmas to get these, but I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. And I don't regret it at all. These are really freaking amazing. I'm just going to start off by saying my complaints because there's like 2 of them, I think. The case is just not that great design. Like it's really a cute case, but you can't stand it up, and that kind of bothers me because I got this cute I got the chicken on it. I was like, I don't want to go with traditional, just like Courtney or my initials. I got a chicken because I have chickens and it's adorable. Like I'm very proud of this. I want to be able to like just show it and it won't stay up. And then also getting them in and out. I'm kind of getting used to it now, but initially I was just like, how the heck do you get these things out of there? They're so smooth, and then there's not really that many places to grab, but I'm getting used to it. And then I guess the third thing is the battery life could be better. I think out of all of the true Bluetooth headphones that I've gotten, these are the worst. Not by a whole lot, but they definitely are not the best. Other than battery life, like I wish that the case could stand up. That would be nice. Other than that, I absolutely love this. Again, I'm not an audiophile, but the attention to detail and how well these work. Like, if you don't have an iPhone, it's really probably not worth spending that much money on them, because the integration, I just love being in the whole Apple ecosystem, and they work so well how they switch from device to device. It's like seamless going from one earbud to the other. It charges really fast. It does have the wireless charging case, which I don't use that much. I probably will start getting more wireless chargers now that that's the way everything's going. But the best part is these stay in so freaking well. I never thought that I could get a headphone that would stay in this well and not hurt my ears. I don't like walking around with headphones in, but I've honestly worn these into the grocery store. Like, I literally left my house, had the right earbud in, drove with the right earbud in because I was really into my podcast that I was listening to, and just walked into the store and did my thing and, you know, got back home. And I barely even realized. I don't even feel it in my ear. It's just that good. So obviously everybody has different ears, shapes and sizes. Headphones that I know have worked for like my brother or my sister even, they don't work for me. So these it's a decent amount more than the AirPods. I thought that having the adjustable size tips would probably help me with them fitting better, and it really does. I think I used the size that just came on them, although they have 2 other sizes to choose from. I tried all of them, and it's really cool too. Just again, Apple in their settings, they have an ear tip fit test, so you put them on and then it'll randomly play some music at a specific volume, and it'll like listen to hear that sound isn't like escaping, so you'll know if it's right. And I think that I passed with all of the sizes, so don't know how accurate it is, but that's just a really cool feature. It has active noise cancellation and transparency mode, so it has the more customizable fit because of the silicone tips. This is also water resistant to IPX4, which means I believe that if I were to run and get caught in the rain, these would be fine. The other AirPods, both of them are not water resistant or even sweat resistant, although I'm sure I've seen tons of people work out in them. So unless you're like dripping wet, I think you're probably fine. They're a little bit less obtrusive than the other AirPods, which is nice. I honestly don't really like the way, like when I've seen other people wearing the AirPods, I don't think that they're necessarily the best looking headphones, the AirPods, but the AirPod Pros have a shorter stem, so they're just a little bit more discreet. I'm definitely looking forward to the day where earbuds are like the size of the earbuds from the episode of The Office where Jim and Pam are just constantly on the phone.
Is that the Matsuhashi B400?
That's going to be amazing. Just nobody will even tell you're wearing headphones. But the transparency mode's pretty cool. I usually only have one earbud in at a time, so that doesn't really matter too much. Active noise cancellation only works when you have both of them in, which again, I usually only have one in, but the few times that I have done it, it's definitely still good. But yeah, I love how easily it integrates. I love how they stay in. I've done burpees, I've done running. They don't move. So that's the thing that makes me the happiest. Is it worth $250? Probably not, but do I regret spending $250? No, absolutely not. They still have that new headphone smell. Just connected to my iPad. You just like open the case and it will connect with the device that it's near. It's amazing. Absolutely love them. Do not regret getting them at all. I get that it is a lot of money for some people. It's a lot of money for me, but maybe, you know, everybody asks for them for Christmas. If you have an iPhone and you're in that Apple ecosystem, this will complete you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, if you guys were looking at any of these devices, it will have helped you to make a decision. Obviously, you know, there's the Apple SE now and some other choices. You can still get the 3, which is crazy. That was just that solid of a watch. But hopefully this helped you to be able to make a decision about any of it. AirPods Pro, highly recommend. Apple Watch 5, super duper awesome, and been happy with it for the last year. The 6, if it's your first watch, sure, go and get the 6. But if you're looking to save money, the 5 is just about as good, and it will be cheaper, and you can do almost everything that the 6 can do. So hopefully this was helpful. If you get anything out of it, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I would love to know what you guys think about any of these devices, if you have any different thoughts or opinions. But I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.